Greetings from the heartland of the United States, Kansas City, the city of fountains, the city of oceans also, right, Jude? The city of oceans, oceans of love and generosity, oceans of love and compassion, oceans of hope and acceptance. This is AU with the Dialogue Institute of Kansas City. Happy to be with you today. Today, our host group is Habitat for Humanity. Our friend Cindy Novello will share her live music with us. And we are going to connect to Costa Rica today. Talha and Elif Merjan will join us today. And our speaker, Kubra, joining us from Virginia, right? Yeah. So my super buddy, Kelly, won't be able to join today. So I'm trying to do her job, I hope. So please forgive me. I will give brief information about Dialogue Institute. The Dialogue Institute is a nonprofit organization promoting peace, dialogue, and mutual understanding, but in my own words, trying to contribute to the global warming of hearts, to depolarize our world. Inspired by a Muslim scholar, Fethullah Gulen, who has been recognized internationally and nationally by different magazines, universities, and such, who inspired millions of people to open schools, charity organizations, and dialogue institutes all around the world in more than 160 countries. And the local organization, Dialogue Institute of Kansas City, is striving for peace, education, and actually this year, during Ramadan, the month of mercy and compassion, we have come up with another project called Giving Ramadan, inspired by Giving Tuesday concept. Giving Ramadan, we have 4 different projects, partnering with Micah Ministry, that's the local organization serving food to homeless people, and Toy Drive for foster care children, and partnering with Cornerstones, and what else? We have a couple of other projects. Relentless Pursuit is another organization which is a women's shelter. So we are cooking and serving for them 4 times actually this year. So before further ado, I am inviting my friend Jude Hans. I guess I have known him maybe around 10 years. He's the director of Habitat for Humanity. I know all of his family members and Facebook friend with one of his son, I guess. The other may not be on Facebook yet. He is still little. Let's welcome Jude here. Jude.
Thank you, Ayub. And it's our honor to be the host for tonight's Iftar dinner. I've been coming to Ramadan dinners since as long as I've known Ayub, more than 10 years now. This is the second year that it's been virtual. We have been honored to host these in the past several years with Habitat for Humanity. As many people know, is a nonprofit organization that is international. We build homes for needy families around the world. We have been building homes in Kansas City for more than 40 years, and the Dialogue Institute and the larger Muslim community have been partners with us for many years, being part of our interfaith House of Abraham project, where the Jewish, Muslim, and Christian communities come together to build a home every year for a family. Ramadan is always a special time for me. It is the time that my Muslim sisters and brothers come together to fast and to pray together and to eat together as they prepare themselves for the reception of God's revelation to Muhammad. And that is a special thing that, this time enables us all to be together to await God's revelation to us in our own times, and to be open to God's mercy and love and compassion that God has shown us and that we in turn are to show others in our world. So it is our pleasure, it is our honor to be here tonight as the host of this Iftar.
Thank you, Jude. I forgot your calligraphy when I am the only one who is in charge, but here it is. This is special calligraphy for you. I hope you will enjoy this. That's it. Now, our friend Cindy will share her live music, but let me give a little bit info about her. An award-winning singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist, Cindy Novello's music is a mesmerizing fusion of Americana, classical, and world music. Soulful sounds that rise from the hollows of Appalachia, Europe, India, and beyond. Her new CD, Meditation, pushes the boundaries of her innovative and luscious sound, resulting in a deeply moving musical experience that invites you to fall into grace. Novello's authentic sound led Kansas Public Radio's Bob McWilliams to select her debut album, Stone's Throw, as one of his top picks for Best Folk Albums of the Year, along with albums by Sarah Jarosz, Richard Schindel, and Cheryl Wheeler. Cindy, it's great to have you here. It's always good to see you.
It's good to be here.
Let me not forget and share your calligraphy now.
So nice.
Thank you so much.
So
we are ready. Yes.
This song is a song I wrote about 10 years ago called Peace to This House. And I don't know if you've heard it yet. I hope I can't remember, but it was inspired by the words that Jesus told his disciples when he was sending them out into the world. He said, whenever you cross a threshold, always say peace to this house before you enter. And then I was thinking about that phrase and what a beautiful phrase it is. And not just when you cross the threshold of someone's home, but just thinking about your own body too, as your own home, you know, and any conversation you might have with another people or world leaders gathering together, or just peace for the whole world. And so when I was thinking about this month and what it means, but also your organization and what you're about, I thought it would be a nice.
Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful music with us. Thank you.
This is Peace to This House. I have a guitar. You can't quite see it in the. No, that's okay. Hopefully you can hear it. Peace to this house. This is my fervent hope. Peace to this house. Even on the darkest road. Peace to this world. This is the only prayer I know. Peace to this house. Peace to this house. Peace to this world. This is my fervent dream. Peace to this world. There is a light that I have seen. Peace to this heart. A temple shining, I will be. Peace to this world. Peace to this world. Peace to this heart. This is my fervent song. Peace to this heart. I will sing until the dawn. Peace to this house. My soul to yours be ever bound. Peace to this heart. Peace to this heart. Peace to this world. Peace to this world. Peace to this house. Peace to this house.
Thank you, Cindy. I know other people are clapping you all around the world. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful music as always. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Awesome.
And I guess you might have a surprise for us today, but let's not let the cat out of the bag right now. But let's see, what are we talking about? Now I'm gonna invite Kubra Unver, our keynote speaker today. Kubra Unver is and by the way, she's joining from Virginia. Kubra Unver is a counselor in training at George Washington University, along with providing social, academic, and character education to middle and high school students at Core Educational Services in Virginia. She is also the program director at Rumi Forum. Living abroad for over 25 years, she is highly interested in cross-cultural, cognitive, and behavioral differences of youth. And she'll be joining from Virginia again. Thank you so very much. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a exciting and thrilling moment because whenever I do presentations, it's usually across nation, but now we have just went beyond all the borders and opened this platform to whole globe. As Cindy was singing all this beautiful music, I quickly picked that YouTube live and I saw a lot of people from different countries. So very honored and honored to be here. And it's such a pleasure to spend some time with you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I think I forgot to mention, but during our virtual events, referring to the 15 Iftars, we have friends from 28 different countries and cultures represented during these events, including Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Costa Rica, Australia. Actually, tomorrow, our speaker is from Australia.
Oh.
So all around the world. We just couldn't find someone in Antarctica, but we are working on that.
I'm sure if you found one, you would not let them go and make part of this beautiful Ramadan series. Hello, everyone. As Ayub has introduced me, I'm joining from Virginia, but I always love to add Washington, D.C. as well, because I can't see myself separate from those two. These two states make me kind of who I am for the past 5 years. Let me quickly share my screen. As it was talking about what I have been involved with, you can guess that I wear several hats, and each hat represents different parts of me, and they each serve a purpose. As I was deciding which side of me should I, present to you today, I was like, what if I tried to combine them and, find them in a common place, which is interfaith dialogue and faith, like my very own faith. So today's presentation is going to be about intersectionality of faith with fill in the blanks. So along the journey, I will kindly ask you to fill your own blank and find where you would like your faith to be intersected with. Speaking of hats, like many of you, I also wear many hats. So I would like to quickly throw the question back at you, and I will kindly ask you to take maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute to think about if each hat was to represent a role in your life, how many different hats do you think you wear? Meanwhile, I'll check YouTube Live to see.
Yeah, it's live.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a quick reflection. And I want everyone to think about how many different hats do you have on your shelf, if your shelf is your life. You don't have to tell me the number, but just reflect on it a little bit. So you can identify yourself as many things. Like many of you, I also have different, roles, jobs that I identify myself with. Here are some of them. Each single one owns a different color and makes myself very authentic. Currently, I am primarily and actively engaged in first three hats, which is being a graduate student, mentoring middle school students, and being the program director at Rumi Forum, which is an interfaith and intercultural dialogue. I see some numbers in YouTube Live, which is fine. It took me a couple of minutes to build half of this, list. And I took additional 10 minutes to complete my list. I'm sure if I think a little more, I will find more to add on to it. So I'm sure some of you are familiar with Joey. He is a wonderful and hilarious guy. If we were to think that we are in a world where we hustle from one commitment to the next, keeping all the plates spinning can be a constant challenge. Usually we look at this from the view of a work-life balance, or if you're a student, student-life balance, as if they're two separate and distinct compartments. I acknowledge that the tasks competing for our time is overwhelming. And as my graduation is around the corner, this is my last week at university, so I'm very stressful, but also excited. And Ramadan has arrived. I was like Journey. I am like Joey right now, trying to wear like too many hats at the same time. So when Ayub invited me to this beautiful Ramadan series, it really helped me to take a look at my shelf and hats and, you know, organize it a little bit and look at it a little bit differently. So I will kind of reflect on how I looked differently. So as I said in the beginning, when Ayub asked me to be part of Iftar series, I asked him what capacity he would want me to speak, because I was not a theologian. I'm not here to talk about religion or faith. And I don't think I could talk about my psychology, you know, experience and knowledge, and also mentorship. As we were discussing, I thought of integrating these fields with my faith and reflecting on them. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, here. So each hat, here comes my analogy and my brainstorming how I could integrate them. Each hat that I wear serves a purpose, right? And I wanted to become more aware of what is going around me and wanted to learn how I could draw connections between each role I am in and my life. As you saw, the list is long. So I was like, okay, let me start with like first 5 maybe, or first 5 or 6 that I primarily engaged in right now. So this process of thinking deeply and systematically itself reminded me that I was actually practicing tafakkur. In other words, contemplation. So tafakkur itself means it's rooted in Islam tradition, which invites you to observe universe, examine your souls, to reflect on creation and teachings, to be attentive, to be aware, and to be mindful. So in my case, it would be through reflecting the roles I have around me, and the universe itself would look like a book to me to read and study. And the teachings of Islam would disclose its deeper meanings and secrets more clearly. I try to make a cycle here, or a chain where each circles are interlocked to one another. So how does my current tafakkur looks like? For example, postmodern psychology theories, right? This is what I'm studying currently, doing my assignments on. It emphasizes the importance of pluralism and diversity, along with the need for dialogue. As I was studying this, it reminded me of feminist theories in psychology, which studies society, systems, stereotypes, and addresses societal and systemic inequalities as a result of culturally defined expectations. So from the word diversity, from the word diversity, I got it from postmodern psychology, connected to feminist theory, which talks about, you know, society, stereotypes, and inequality, expectations. Then as I was, you know, thinking about this, I was like, how can I connect this to my faith? And as I was making my, research, I've come across with Surah Al-Hujurat. It's 49th Surah, and the 30th verse says that, "O humankind, surely we have created you from a single pair of male and female, and made you into tribes and families so that you may know one another, and so build mutuality and cooperative relationships, not so that you may take pride in your differences of race or social rank and breed enmities." okay, I see common themes in all of these. So according to Islamic teachings, God created several different tribes intentionally for these tribes to get to know each other. Then it moves me to Vygotski's sociocultural learning theory in psychology, which revolves around the idea that social interaction is central to learning. We learn through interactions with other communities. It could be peers, adults, teachers, and other mentors. So given my field of study and volunteer work, I see a lot of social interactions. Okay, what do I do mostly nowadays? I interact with kids of middle schools. So I mentor them. What else do? I do internship at a high school. So I, do social interactions. And I can extend this chain on and on. But this is a brief overview of my contemplation that I did. And I'm planning to do throughout Ramadan. So every year I set myself a goal in Ramadan to achieve. And this year's one is doing tafakkur, contemplation, and finding integration of faith with my current field of study, work, and volunteer areas. And as I do that, I realize that finding these connections and connecting dots brings sense of fulfillment to me. It motivates me to learn more about my faith and also my field of study, work, and interest. It encourages me to be more mindful and to do more tafakkur. And in fact, it's a very it's considered as a ibadat, a good deed in Islam as well. So I'm going to conclude my presentation with another question. In which areas of your life do you observe intersections of your faith? Feel free to, drop that to the live chat or reflect with yourself, with your family, with your friends, or anyone else you feel like you can do this to. This will be all from my end. Ayub?
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. It's been quite different from the other presenters actually, but pretty well done presentation. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Just we may have some questions. I'm also monitoring the chat box. If our audience has any questions, please write down to the chat box. But I guess you said you have been living in other countries for 25 years? Or all of your life, I guess. Is that all of your life?
Yep. I might have revealed my age, but yes.
Which countries have you lived in?
I lived in Azerbaijan, Sudan, Pakistan, a little Turkey for my education, England, Canada, current US. God knows where is going to be next.
What's your most memorable Ramadan experience, would you say?
Oh my God, every country was wonderful with their customs and practices. So it's really hard to pick one because I find each very authentic. Like in Sudan, what was most memorable is they are drinking, refreshments before breaking the fast. So they would have tons of different types of nourishments. They would drink it, pray, then they would pray and come back. And they would make sure to stop cars when it's the time of breaking iftar, to offer them some food or some water, like you're on your way to somewhere, but please break your fast with the food we have to offer. So I think that's one of the things I remember and found it really cool.
Mm-hmm. We have a comment here by Cindy, our friend. I love the whole idea of contemplating how our faith intersects with the other parts of our life. Such an important contemplation. Thank you, Kubra.
I appreciate it. It might have sounded a little bit complicated, but it's more clear in my head.
Yeah, it is. Great point. And you talk about your work with Rumi Forum. Rumi Forum, the director is I would say mentor. I guess can call him Ibrahim, right? He helped me to apply for master programs years ago, like 15 years ago. He may not remember well, but he has a very important place in my heart because he was helping me almost every day. Out of 10 days, 7 days out of 10 days in Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you do a lot of great work with Rumi Forum. Do you want to share any like interfaith Ramadan experiences or events that you had with Rumi Forum?
Absolutely. So Rumi Forum, as I said, is a nonprofit organization that promotes interfaith cultural understanding and interfaith dialogue. Interfaith dialogue and intercultural understanding. And I was inspired by Rumi Forum's mission when I was preparing this presentation, because when I was involved with interfaith dialogue, I thought, okay, we would always go to different temples, congregations, and exchange opinions and ideas. But it turned out that dialogue is more than that. There is a lot of intersectionality with academic world, different professions. So sitting around a table with these people from different walks of life, not necessarily different faiths, was really inspiring to me. One of the recent memories that I truly enjoyed was having a virtual iftar with Sikh Foundation of Virginia. So we did the same one last year. So just having a chat and finding the common themes was very entertaining. And one of the things we found in common that almost all of us had Rubik cube. Mm-hmm. So we took a picture and shared on our social media. So if you guys would like to check it, Rumi Forum has web page, YouTube page, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All you need to do is write rumiforum.org and you will come across with all of it. Wow. I kind of promoted our organization here, but thank you for giving me the space and time.
Oh, thank you. I personally actually follow you guys on Twitter, mainly Twitter, and as well as different dialogue organizations all around US, but also actually United Kingdom and Australia, mainly English-speaking countries, I would say, to be able to understand more clearly and easily. So it's all inspiration. I am not sure if you were the ones who had pre-dawn breakfasts, community pre-dawn breakfasts. Do you remember that? It's somewhere, it's either New York or DC. Mm-hmm. If it's not DC, it was probably New York. Do you remember that at all?
I have been working there for the last 2 years. Okay. So if they have done it in the past, I'm sure they did it. But I was volunteer in one of the events like 3 or 4 years ago. It was in Fairfax, Virginia. We did it in a mosque.
Oh, in a mosque, you said. Okay, yeah. Because that's one of my dream activities, dream events, having a community pre-dawn breakfast at 2 a.m.
So much fun. You should definitely try at least once in your lifetime. We do a lot of iftars across different congregations and temples. They're like very nice and kind enough to open their doors for us. But we did one in our mosque, and it was a very unique experience. I don't think I'm going to forget it.
Great. We here in Kansas City do pre-dawn breakfasts, but more at people's homes. And our American friends are pretty interested, I would say. Or jokingly, I say we organize pre-dawn breakfast, but nobody shows up. But that's the joke part. No, each year actually about 10 to 12 individuals or families attend those pre-dawn breakfasts at 2 a.m. Last year, as everyone got affected because of the pandemic, we didn't do any. But prior to last year, we have done 8 to 12 a year. So it's one of my favorites. So iftars, interfaith community iftars around 8, I guess we are done usually around 9:15 when we go to a church or a police department. Then we are done with that. Then we have this Teravi Prayer, which is the 20-unit congregational prayer, or can be done individually, especially nowadays. Then what I was doing, I just saw that, read that article on, I don't know if it was Washington Post or New York Times. Muslims have a habit of going to IHOP for pre-dawn. I don't know if you ever done that. Have you ever done that?
Nope, I have not, but thank you for adding another thing for me to try.
So when I saw that, when I read that article, I'm like, I should do it. So I was going to IHOP with my student friends here. Then after we were done at IHOP eating those pancakes and whatnot, going to a family's home pre-dawn breakfast at 2. So like back-to-back pre-dawn. But I didn't know that some Muslims have that traditional going to IHOP for pre-dawn breakfast. It's open 24. Even now, it's open 24 hours. So yeah, it's been a quite interesting experience. And as you said, I guess you have had many interfaith Ramadan dinners with different faith communities and also probably police departments, maybe universities.
Yeah.
Is there any single one that stands out for you? Any?
So as I said, I'm very active in Washington, D.C. as well. And even though Washington, D.C. is a big place, it's also pretty small. So I used to come across with people that I met last year and, found them in this different Iftar program next year. So I think that makes it very memorable and unique to me. It tells a lot about how small the world is.
Mm-hmm. I guess one of the dimension of Ramadan or fasting is feeling empathy for hungry people, and you have had this great international experience. Did you also have the same feeling? It's, to me, honestly, it is I feel like it's more like partial empathy, not full, because I know that when it's time to eat in the evening, I will have a chance to eat, to get my food. But even in the US, we don't have to go across the nation or overseas to give an example. Here locally, I guess in Kansas City, but also I assume in Virginia. Hopefully you don't have that issue, but there are people living in the streets. There are people going to bed hungry. There are people who don't know when their next meal is coming and where. So how would you share your thoughts about that? Ramadan, do you think Ramadan teaches us that value as well?
Absolutely. And the way I was reflecting on refraining myself from food and drinking looked like contemplating my faith and my biology classes that I took, like so many biology classes and anatomy classes. And the way I kind of, did tafakkur on that is that when I'm refraining from eating and drinking, my body literally forgets how to drink and eat, in a sense that when I take my very first sip, I can sense and feel with my pure in existence how it travels from my mouth through my throat and to my stomach. When I have a full of stomach, I don't really think about it and I don't really reflect it.
Mm-hmm.
So it helped me to be first aware of myself before I could be aware of others. So as I felt very vulnerable and very weak, and it helped me to think about, okay, what about others? Okay, we know having no money, having no food makes you feel weak, but you are right now experiencing to your core, and you kind of reflect on that and being mindful about it. Now I can truly say that I am able to do some partial empathy to our friends and folks across the world who have hard time eating, finding a food and bringing to their table.
Thank you so much. And yeah, sometimes Ramadan is a time of festivity, a time of joy and entertainment, in addition to helping us to be more spiritual and contemplative, as you pointed out. Sometimes people think, oh, it's Ramadan. Yeah, I think if we were to describe Ramadan, a month of no eating and no drinking, it may sound boring. I can relate to that. But as you mentioned, the contemplative part and remembrance of God, remembering other people, thinking about other people, who are less fortunate in our world, it is a time of contemplation. And Ramadan is, I think, the term or the phrase we use is more, we are looking forward to the Ramadan. It's not like, oh, it's Ramadan again, but it is something, a day, a month we have been looking forward to. And there are, I guess, a couple of other religious months, holy months, that helps us prepare for Ramadan fasting. People tend to fast at certain days during those holy months to get ready, to get fully prepared for Ramadan. Even, I guess, some people, some pious Muslims also fast on Mondays and Thursdays, which is a traditional Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So in a way to get ready for the month of Ramadan. And it's already, I guess, 7 days past. So just like 22, 23 days left. Yeah, it's time flies, and Ramadan flies too. And but it is more when Ramadan is over, we miss it. It's not like yabba dabba do, it's over, but it is more I miss Ramadan. So thank you so much. And is there anything that you want to add?
Absolutely. Just like one little thing that I want to add is gratefully and luckily a lot of people in the world knows what Ramadan is, but the understanding of that is a little limited to Ramadan is a month when Muslims don't eat and don't drink. But I feel like refraining yourself from eating and drinking is only the first level of the practices and the spiritual journey that you can take. The growth goes even way beyond to that. That's why I wanted to, introduce this topic to in this series, is reflecting on, in order for us to do empathy, we need to move beyond, okay, we are not eating, we're not drinking, okay, we feel the others. I don't think that's going to work unless we truly reflect on that practice and do contemplation. Thank you again for inviting me to be part of this wonderful series. I really appreciate it and enjoyed a lot.
Thank you. But I forgot again, when Kelly is not with me, my mind is absent. This is for you, Kubra.
Thank you. You know what? I was curious too. I was like, is he going to show me too? But
where is mine? Where is mine? Where is mine?
Yes. Wonderful. It looks beautiful. Thank you.
And electronically send this to you as well. And now I am going to invite my friend Cindy again. Cindy, are you available?
Yes, hi. So,
hello, Cindy. Why are you back again?
Yeah, I'm back for a special event because there's a very special person here today, and it's a very special day for her. You want
Who is that person, Cindy?
Who's the person? You tell me.
I guess her name starts with M-E-R, spelled as M-E-R-V-E, Merve, or most of Americans pronounce as Merv. So today is my wife's birthday, and Cindy will sing a special birthday song for her.
Yeah, yay! So Merve, this is a song written by Tom Chapin. So his brother was actually a really famous songwriter, Harry Chapin. This is Tom Chapin, who's also a very well-known folk singer. And he wrote this song that I really love, Happy Birthday song. So I'll sing it for you. We can all wish her a very happy birthday. Happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, and may all your dreams come true. When you blow out the candle, one light stays aglow. It's the love light in your eyes, wherever you go. It's the love light in your eyes, wherever you go. Happy birthday, Merve.
Thank you. Is Elif and Talha available? Will they join us? They may have a surprise, I guess.
And Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz. Te deseamos felices cumpleaños feliz.
Birthday song in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, what I am gonna do,
Ayub, excuse me, is she there? Is she gonna peek so we could see her beautiful face? She's hiding.
She may join a little bit later. She's
Okay.
so happy. She's flying.
That's great. Well, Ayub and everybody else, I leave. It's really lovely to be here with you all. Happy Ramadan. Feliz Ramadan.
Thank you, Cindy.
Joyeux Ramadan.
Thank you. Take care.
Good night.
Now, hello again, everyone. It's almost Iftar time, and I am gonna play Adhan. It's a collection, it's a collage of adhans from 6 different imams from Turkey, Egypt, and United States.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Hello again. As my friend Kelly used to read these prayers, I am sharing the prayer to the screen and kindly ask everyone to join me wherever you are. This is a prayer from Jainism. Peace and universal love is the essence of the gospel preached by all the enlightened ones. The Lord has preached that equanimity is the Dharma. Forgive do I creatures all, and let all creatures forgive me. Unto all have I amity, and unto none enmity. Know that violence is the root cause of all miseries in the world. Violence, in fact, is the knot of bondage. Do not injure any living being. This is the eternal, perennial, and unalterable way of spiritual life. A weapon, howsoever powerful it may be, can always be superseded by a superior one, but no weapon, however, be superior to non-violence and love. Thank you. Now, we are joining Costa Rica. Hello, hello, Talha and Elif. Welcome to our event.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
It's nice to see you. I guess you have another guest, David and Esther. If they're available, they can turn their camera on as well.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. We are very happy to be here, and my friends, my lovely friend Esther here also. And we live in Costa Rica. We have been living here for 2 years, something like that. And I'm a Spanish teacher, and we are living in here because of my husband's job. But we love Costa Rica, and you know, this is very lovely country, and that's it.
How long have you been in Costa Rica?
For me, it is 2 years, but for him, it's 3 years old.
Oh,
Yes.
pretty recent actually.
Mhm.
And where were
Recently.
you before that?
Before I was in Turkey, but he was in Panama and
Panama,
Wow.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Wow.
Mhm. Yes.
So let's also let's hear from your guest and then delve into more deeper conversation. Hello, Esther. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is Ayub with the Dialogue Institute. Welcome to our virtual Ramadan dinner, virtual Ramadan Iftar. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you.
I
Thank you
am
very
breaking my
much.
fast, by the way.
Well, my name is Esther, and me and my husband, we have been married. Oh, there he is, but I cannot see him. We have been married for almost 12 years, and we have 2 small boys. One is almost 4 years old, and the other one is 5 months old. And we are a Costa Rican family, and we are good friends of Talha, and they live here. So,
Thank you.
see,
I guess you have had some. Yes, I guess David is talking. David?
Yes, hello. This is David. How are you guys?
Good.
I am driving right now in Costa Rican streets. It's kind of crazy, but I am so glad to be here with you guys. And just want to say thank you. It's an honor to be part of this activity. And yeah, Ramadan Kareem and Salam Alaikum wa Rahmatullah wa Barakatuh.
Wow, you greet Muslims better than I do. Wow, shame on me.
No.
no.
So, Esther, have you had any interfaith Ramadan experience? Have you had any iftars with?
Yes. Actually, my husband and I, when we were about 1 year of, when we had 1 year of marriage, we had the experience of being studying overseas, and we were in the Middle East, and we had this experience of living Ramadan there. So it was an amazing experience, very different from what we are used to. And everything, all the stores were closed in the morning, and everything was open at night. And all the families, they were making preparations, food, and celebration for the night, special night family time for the iftar and everything that they were used to. So it was amazing to see how people during this month, they are looking sincerely to communicate with God, you know, to fast, to pray. And we believe that it is a special time where when God reveals himself to those who are seeking him with a sincere and honest and transparent heart. So yes, it was pretty amazing to live that there, because here in Costa Rica, if there are families that celebrate that, it's not a national celebration, so it is nothing. Yeah. So you can only see the celebration in homes, in specific families like my friends here, but it is not a Costa Rican thing to do, because it is not part of our culture.
So have you had any iftar with a Muslim family in Costa Rica?
Yes, we have, with these two guys in their apartment. Yes, I believe it was 2 years ago, because last year, because of the pandemic, we didn't see each other. But they invited us for iftar like 2 years ago, I think, and it was pretty special. Yeah.
Well, today is like a dream day for me. I heard about Talha and Elif before, but I didn't know them at all. Then some of my other friends were highly talking about them, how they are active in Costa Rica in interfaith work and such. Then somehow we became met while volunteering for another nonprofit, Advocates of Silence Turkey. And both of them said they're from Costa Rica. Then I confirmed with them and my friends who highly talk about them, hey, their names are Talha and Elif. Yeah. So,
they are an amazing couple.
I'm so honored to be with them today.
Yes, actually, I saw them today, and I told them that they are like a brother and a sister to us, because they are really, really loving people. We love them.
Thank you so much. So going back to Elif and Talha.
We love you too.
So going back,
yes, they're really special. They're really special friends for us, because the first time that I came here, we met with Esther and David. So they're very special, and we feel so intimate with them, like brother and sister. Thank you for joining us and sharing with their comments and feelings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had my first Costa Rican friend when I pursued my MA 14 years ago at University of Cincinnati. Then I traveled to Turkey with a student from Costa Rica, among many others. That was about 6 years ago,
Really?
Manhattan, Kansas. Little Apple, not Big Apple. They call it Little Apple here. The Big Apple is the New York Manhattan. So, going back to Elif and Talha, how do you celebrate your Ramadan? What do you do a day or a month? What is special for you? Not just like theological perspective, but more experiential. Why Ramadan is special for you?
Okay, I want to say that I and my husband during Ramadan, we try to keep some programs in our home, because we are a small Muslim community here in Costa Rica. So we need to do something by ourselves, but thanks God we try to do our best, and we try to read Quran, and not only reading and listening it, but also to understand what it says to us, and we try to do our best applying the message. So the most important thing is understand the message of God. Also this month, something like full of bonus for our as a believer. So we try to live with more mindfulness, and we try to be aware. We try to get awareness of all the things for humankind, human beings. And I love these people, Costa Rican people. They call themselves ticos. They're very lovely people, and they love sharing. They love praying with us. They love learning, and they're very curious people. They try to understand what we are doing and why we are doing them. So we invite our friends, our neighbors to share our meals and everything, comments and feelings. So we feel very happy, and we have the chance of sharing everything about us and about them also, because they also tell about their religion and experiences. I love these things about them.
So you said you've been living in Costa Rica for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, Turkey,
True.
right?
Right.
How would you compare
Right.
your Turkey Ramadan days to Costa Rica Ramadan days?
Okay, of course, I miss calls, ezan, but you know, there are more important things before the calling, before the ezan, and actually, I feel very comfortable here because, you know, if you can talk about acceptance, awareness, feelings, kindness, and about everything, being humankind, so you feel very, very good. I can say that I have the chance to be here, and I have chance to share everything with my friends, with all their good things.
How did you like our adhan?
It was nice. I like it. I need it.
There is none.
There's no, right?
Well,
No.
the adhan we put together is a kind of special one. It's original, not on YouTube. We wanted everything in this program to be as original as possible. So we gathered videos from kids from different countries, the videos of doctors, to give a little bit scientific perspective of why we are fasting, and also representatives from different countries. As I mentioned in the beginning, we have representation from 28 different countries and cultures and ethnic groups during these all virtual events. And now let me play a video of kids from Turkey, Turkish American kids and Pakistani kids on why they love Ramadan, what's their favorite part about Ramadan.
Hello everybody, my name is Nishal.
My name is Adka.
And today we're gonna tell you one thing that we love about Ramadan.
The thing I love about Ramadan is that instead of eating in the middle of the day and at morning, we can play games with friends. We can do work during those times instead of eating, and we can all eat with family in the night.
What I love about Ramadan is you could feel how other people that don't eat at all feel, and it makes me want to pray for them more than I normally do. Thank you and happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan, bye.
Today I'll tell you about how Ramadan means to me. Ramadan is very special to me. I get to spend more time with my family, and I get to experience how poor people live on the streets without food. Thank you and happy Ramadan.
Today I'm going to tell you why Ramadan is my favorite month, because it teaches the lesson of patience, tolerance and punctuality. Ramzan Mubarak.
So yeah, this is what kids are thinking about Ramadan, why they love Ramadan. I guess Kubra, yes please.
So when I was watching the video, I literally teared up because I saw lots of like beautiful kids from Pakistan, and that's where I lived for 3 years, and my parents lived for 7 years. So it was really emotional to see them. Yeah, I just wanted to share that very quickly.
Thank you. Yeah, we have videos of kids from Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Malaysia, Uganda, and many other places. I guess we are coming to the end. Anyone else wants to share anything? Jude, thank you so much for always being with us.
It's always an honor to be with you. I am humbled and just blessed beyond all measure.
Jude never says no to your emails or Facebook messages. He may respond your Facebook message at midnight, at 1 a.m., anytime. So that's what is special about Jude, I guess. And we have had many coffee and dinners together, also his family. And yeah, thank you so much, Kubra, for joining from Virginia, Elif and Talha from Costa Rica, and David and Esther from Costa Rica, Cindy from Lawrence, Kansas. We never want to say bye-bye, so we are saying see you again tomorrow. But before ending, what do I talk about? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow we have another virtual iftar with Precious Blood Renewal Center. Our speaker is Australian-born, San Antonio resident currently. Fulya Sheker will be with us. O's family from San Antonio will join us. O's family is also one of the unique families, I guess, in the world. They are a Muslim family, but they can also sing Jewish hymns, like in Hebrew, in original language, in Hebrew. So they will most likely share their music with us. And we are going to play videos of kids from different countries again. And yeah, Precious Blood Renewal Center. Oh, how can I forget? We are also going to connect to a family in the United Kingdom when it is their pre-dawn breakfast time, 2 a.m. So it will be another fun and meaningful evening. The reason I talk like that, I guess, I love NBA basketball and I love to announce games like NBA basketball announcers. But anyway, thank you so much and have a happy Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak, blessed Ramadan.